Bienvenido, amigos.
BrickBot, we're not doing a mascot review yet.
Sorry.
Hello, this is KRBrickBot, and I'll be reviewing Helloka봇 Mini Fron and Fron Police, and comparing those with their previous iterations, the Micro Avante Fron and Micro Avante Fron Police Car. Micro Fron was part of the very first wave in the early January of 2015. As such, KBS is advertised here when all the other boxes dropped it later. And the Fron Police Car was released in the third wave of 2016. The minis were released as the second wave of the Helloka봇 Mini. Here's the top of the box. This side of the box. And the other side. And the bottom. The original Micro Fron was a 1/57th scale Hyundai Avante 2014-2013 model. And the mini one does not look that too much different. By that I mean the headlight shapes, though different, are very similar. And the grille shapes are completely different. It looks like the mini has a big grille, or a upper and lower grille that just blend in together. Two little bumper lights. No, actually there's only one, but it's just there's a little line here that kind of makes it look like two. Big Carbot symbol. No windshield wipers and no black line here. More pronounced and separated windows for the Mini. And less pronounced doors, but doors are still there. And there's this big obvious groove here that you can't really see on the Mini version. At least that's an improvement. The back is completely different. Red headlights as usual. Two little separate exhaust ports. Yeah, the original Avante has like one on the side here. The top is pretty similar, no alterations that much. A bigger ball socket slot on the mini version than the micro version though. And the wheels. Now for the mini and micro Fron police car versions. So this micro is a solid white plastic color and not transparent, although it's looking a little yellower compared to the new mini version. Other differences are no silver painted light bar, a much bigger Korean police force symbol than this thing, black headlights for the mini version, police is nicely thrown across there. The micro version also has red painted headlights, though they look a little uneven on mine. And yet you can see the difference is more clearly pronounced there. The single exhaust, double exhaust, or rear lights. Comparisons. Adventure Bumblebee, Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, and Beast Machine's Hover. As for transformation, pull out the arms. First you split the legs, rotate those back shins, flip out the feet, then pull out the arms, and that's the robot mode. For the Mini, do the same, flip those out, flip out the feet, and then you can take those guns and plug them in the hands. And there's Mini and Micro Fron. I mean the Micro and Mini. They really haven't bothered with updating the colors for all of these minis. As you can see, both of them have plain white torsos. Apart from the very slight different shades of white, you really could not tell the difference if their arms or legs were popped off. Speaking of arms and legs, I guess the yellow does look a little better than the transparent black on the original, at least. If they would have just given him a blue torso. And to show that, here's my custom painted Micro Fron I did a while ago. Painted with Gundam markers. So what I've done here is just paint it up all blue and then add a little red detailings with a silver Sharpie marker. Though I kind of missed the eyes by a long shot. Yeah, I just really did some nice detailing here. Oh, it looks like looks like the torso is not exactly identical. Looks like there's an extra screw hole in the back here. And speaking of which, it looks like the head sculpt, though nearly identical, looks like a little tidier on the mini version than the micro. Even if it didn't look exactly like this, again, I wish they have given the mini Fron a blue torso. Of course, you're not going to have any complex foldings when scaling down this Legion thing, so this is pretty shelly. He has a very shelly arm, and the legs are pretty similar. As such, the arms are just kind of like molded in there, like it's stuck to the door, and as such, the hand sticks out a little bit in vehicle mode. Unlike the mini Sky SWAT, disappointingly there was nothing done for the mini Fron police. They're all lost in a blanket of white. And off-color white, I might add. You can see that the inner bits of white are yellower than the bluish bits of white. At least with the micro, they're the same plastic color, so they blend together seamlessly, but this kind of sticks out. Both the micro and the mini have a black head with a white painted smooth faceplate, which is inaccurate. And it's kind of hard to see here, but the micro has a dark blue painted visor. And the mini version's blue is much more pronounced on this one. Adds a bit of splash of color, but still inaccurate. Well, at least they have some blue on the knees. And the mini version omits the silver paint shoulders on the micro. Why? If only they would have given mini Fron police a dark gray torso and shins, and gang mode those guns in gray while at it. But it's just a whitewashed cop. Articulation. Full 360 ball socketed shoulder. Up and down movement for transformation. So you could do a shrug. Backward that much and forward that much. Splits that the arm is kind of getting in the way of, unless you do this. Knee goes forward that much and slightly backward that much, and the transformating toes. And the leg shake test. This is pretty solid. And it adds for the mini, slightly looser. Kinda loose for the micro police. And pretty solid for the mini police. Size comparisons. Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. Adventure Bumblebee. And Beast Hunter's Hover. Just like Mini Ace and Mini Sky, I'm a little disappointed there is no additional paint apps and only exterior changes. I suppose the Mini Fron's yellow plastic is an improvement over the Micro's black plastic, and Fron Police Car is another chance to get this highly sought after Mini and Micro. Fron Police and Storm tend to sell out quicker than the others.
Thank you for watching this review. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing for more content like this from Korea. And this is KRBrickBot signing off.
고마워, 프론.
아미고, 난 수리하는 게 세상에서 제일 좋더라. 놀잇감을 줘서 고마워.